Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm your host, Dante Payne, as we got a exciting show for you going down on this wonderful September 11th day. As we remember those we lost in the tragedy, but we also celebrate those who was born on this day. So happy birthdays to those whose birthday is today. Like I said before, there's an exciting show for you today. We got AB drama, home runs hidden, former football players becoming owners, and more here on Dragon Sports Live. Check it out. Rock with us. And don't be ashamed, because it's going down, everybody. It's going down. Okay.
Contrary, doing it different.
And ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, welcome to the show. It's going down, but let's jump right into it. What's happening going on in NFL? We got the AB drama continues. He was already fined $2,000, $15,000 already. Had issues with his helmet, frostbitten, and now he's a Patriot. With that being said, he also met with Brady, taking it one day at a time, just trying to get acclimated to that, and he just was finally glad to be out of Oakland. He yelled once he found out that he was free from Oakland. He ran his backyard talking about, I'm free. And it's like, yes, AB is a diva, is a drama king, but it just let me know that there's something more going on with that organization that meets the eye that we don't see. So it's like, the man just going out yelling out talking about he free, he's glad to be free, he's glad to be out. And it's like, okay. That just makes me think, like, what's really going on with that Oakland Raiders? What's going on with them? Like, what's going on inside that organization? I don't know, but, when you got the owners saying, oh yeah, don't forget, he did get into altercation with Mike Mayock. And you get Mike Mayock giving you 14-second press conference saying Antonio Brown's not here, he's not in the building. Following that, AB apologized to the team, then you released him. So it's like, that organization is short right now. And I don't even know what to tell you guys. Like, I don't know what to say to you guys at all. It's like, if that organization is short, But now he's a Patriot, so you won't see, he won't be here for week 1. Or I should say, we expect to see him week 2, where he's eligible to play for week 2. We'll expect to see him there. And that matchup is against the Dolphins, so we might see Antonio Brown get his action there. It also depends on how practice goes and how you get accustomed to the plays, looking at the playbook. So we might see that option. On top of that, Julio Jones just got bank, everybody. When I say he just got bank, he just got a 3-year extension with $66 million guaranteed. Falcons had to put it. Now you got a dynamic duo. You got Calvin Ridley on the other side and Julio Jones on one. That dynamic duo is dangerous. Especially if Matt Ryan finds either one of those players. It's dangerous. They can give you a lot of yards after the catch, too. So, it's dangerous, everybody. Dangerous. And it's also big ups to him on that. Now, Andrew Adams. It's interesting about this guy. Because he played with this team last year. He played for the Bucs last year. But after they lost their safety, Justin Evans, he's back with the team. He also picked off Cam Newton 3 times last year. You know what's the coincidence about that? Shockingly, they're playing Cam Newton this weekend. That's what's shocking about it. And it's like, okay. He knows the system already, so it's like you don't really have to do much. Marshawn Lynch just became a co-owner of a new professional arena football team. In Oakland, by the way. So that's what's up. Like, he just became a co-owner of a football team, so he's still sticking with his football ties. He's still getting it in, still sticking with the football ties, staying close to football. But now on the business aspect of it, by becoming a co-owner, which I think that's how most players, especially if they leave, like, take the business aspect. If you love the game so much, do it from another aspect, whether it be coaching or front office. Follow your passions, follow your dreams. If you want to teach others, become a coach or an advisor, whichever one. Bears and Browns, even though they did not play each other, but both their games was flag infested with a whole lot of flags during their games. Now, what I mean by that? Let's see. The Browns, they had 18 penalties for 120 yards against them, which is the most in Browns history as far as penalties. Bears, they had 11 for about 100 yards against them. Both these teams lost their games, but like, let's try to get some better football, guys. Let's try to limit the flags and get more yardage. And let's also get more. But I gotta say though, both of the games was pretty good, except the Browns game. But the Bears and Packers game was pretty good. That was a defensive-minded game. Still, Aaron Rodgers got the best of them, but he didn't do it until late in the fourth quarter or after the second half. And like I said, it was a pretty close game to me. They didn't lose. Like, the score was 10-3. Which means that was defense. With the exception of one touchdown, but pretty much defense. Hey, I ain't complaining. I'm fine with it. So, yeah. We also, week 1 has been injury ridden too. So, like, I'm going to go down the list. We had Devin Funchess, wide receiver for the Colts. He broke his clavicle. Malik Jackson, defensive tackle, his foot for the Eagles. Tevin Coleman, running back, ankle. Chris Lindstrom, RG, broken foot. And Falcons, Nick Foles, quarterback, broken cowl. But this also just ended, guys. Demaryius Thomas, since the AB signing, is going to the Jets. Patriots trade away a fourth round pick to send Demaryius Thomas to the Jets after the AB signing. So with that being said, that receiving core now consists of Element, Gordon, AB, Antonio Brown, Philip Dorsett, and N'Keal Henry. That's what that receiving core consists of for Tom Brady, which that's going to be a scary combination. Once N'Keal comes back off injury, it's going to be scary because you got people that can just burn you no matter what. Short route, fast route, no matter what. In Major League Baseball, Mets ace Noah Syndergaard doesn't want to throw to Wilson Ramos. Most of you got now. I ask myself why, but then when I look at his stat, his ERA is 5.07 when he's throwing to Ramos. So I can understand his complaints why he don't want to throw to him. He even complained about the management and the owners about that. Like, I don't want to throw to him when my ERA is that high. Like, he's trying to win the game. So I understand that. I get that. Hey, but you got to be strong. No matter what the situation, try to overcome it. Try to become that dude. Become that dude. Speaking of that dude, one of the legends, David Ortiz, throws his first pitch at Fenway Park after the Bachelor assassination attempt. So to see he's out and doing well and walking and he's throwing first pitch out, I'm glad to see him okay and lively. On top of that, he gave his jersey to a fan at the game too as well, and made that fan's day, and that fan is going to cherish that for a day. Like, he was so happy when he got his David Ortiz jersey. But moving on. Pete Alonso, everybody, takes the lead with 47 home runs on the season. Astros hit 6 home runs in 2 innings and defeat the A's 15-0. The A's couldn't even get on the board. They got close, but they still could not get on the board. And 6 home runs in 2 innings is a record too, by the way. Hey, Nico Horner, he is the second Cub since 1920 to debut 3 hits, 4 RBIs in their debut. I'm for that. As I stated earlier, we did have superstars that pledged money to the Bahamas and other places affected by Hurricane Dorian. Hope all goes well. Like, I'll continue. Like, if you're helping out, continue to do so. And let's keep these people, our fellow peoples, uplifted as well. With that being said, Michael Jordan pledges $1 million to the Bahamas to help out, and we had a couple other players pledging it as well to help out with that, because it's like whenever a hurricane, it's like that's when you see that unity. That's when we band together, and then I'm glad that these people are helping out. These celebrities are helping out with their relief. Even normal people that's not celebrities, they're helping out. So that's the best thing about sometimes, like, that's the good thing about when you have a storm, because it brings us together a little bit more. But We should always be together no matter what. At least what I say. Now, speaking of NBA news, Kevin Durant says he hates the circus of the NBA. So it's like he hates that some teams, like you go, like he still has that bitterness towards OKC for he started with them when they were Seattle and they moved over to OKC, and they basically when he left to go to the Warriors, he said that it hurts him more. Like he can't look back to know that the fans literally burnt his jersey or standing in front of his house burning his jersey and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, it is a circus like that, and I do totally agree with that. But that's why he's the way he is now. Like, if he's leaving, he's not going to have no remorse towards whatever. He's just going to do what he got to do as far as him in the business and him bettering himself. That's why he left to go to the Nets. Also, on top of that, he's joining his best friend, as he call him, Kyrie Irving. So it's like, I understand what you saying, like, he hates the circus of the NBA. Because a lot of people, like, the fans get happy, but y'all don't know what's, like, y'all don't know what's going on inside these players. So it's like, yeah, okay. Ninja style headwear will not be allowed in the NBA this season. Due to the NBA has not officially approved that, the ninja style headbands, and they said that it's not really safe. Like, players can get tangled up in it, it can get wrapped up, and they just vary the safety. So it's like, that will not be allowed this NBA season coming up. And Dwayne Wade plans to work out with LeBron James before games, during practice, and it's just a way of he's staying in shape. Now everybody keeps saying, like, oh, are you planning on coming back? And he alludes to that question like, no, I'm not planning on coming back. I'm planning on staying in shape. But you never know. Whenever the tide turns, you never know. Like, I may come back, I may not. But right now, I'm going to enjoy my retirement. And I understand that, like, LeBron James is great. Dwayne Wade is actually a great teacher. Like, he's been, on top of him working out with LeBron James, he's also had Josh Hart working out. Josh Hart getting his lessons from Dwayne Wade and a couple other NBA players. So it's like, even though you're not in the league anymore, it doesn't mean you can still stay tied close to it. Like I said, Wade working out. You got Carmelo working out people's as well. He even working out his own kids. So it's like, even though these guys are not on teams, they can still value the love and game and pass it on down to somebody else and let them do that. Let them take care of it. Carmelo Anthony is still looking to be on a team. He's still looking to play this season. Like I said, he went on first, second, had an interview saying that he's inclined to coming off the bench. Like, he just want to play the game that he loves so much. Right? Speaking of love for the game, you got to have love for our women too. Our women in the WNBA can sometimes shoot even better than the men. And their games are actually pretty fun and exciting. Especially when you got people like Brittany Griner just dunking all over in their games. Cool. But Della Dawn, she's the first WNBA player to join the 50-40-90 club. You know who else is in that club? My boy, Steph Curry's in that club too. 50%, 40% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. She deserves that. So being the first woman player to do that, that's a good stepping stone for them. Just to, like, acknowledge our WNBA players as well. On top of that, the Washington Mystics clinched number 1 seed in the WNBA playoffs. And Chicago Sky trying to get the 4th seed. Indiana Fever, however, fired coach and GM Pokey Chapman after he's Pokey Chapman was 28 and 74. And that's after another horrible losing season. So, that's what happens. That is the world of sports. But you're listening to Dragon Sports Live. Tune in with me. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Dragon Jump Pro. On top of that, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you look up Dragon Jump Productions, you will find me. Subscribe, drop a like. Any comments, any feedback that you want to give me, leave that as well in the comment section. I will do my best to get to them. Or if it's something that was corrected criticism, I got tongue tied there. I will try my best to get that done and correct it the best way possible. But until then, I'll see you guys. You're rocking with Dragon Sports Live, and I'm Dante Payne. Peace out.